he ain't entertaining. He is entertaining as hell.
He
reminds me of dudes I grew up with. So like
oh my god.
Yeah, family members of mine. He remind me of them. So.
Oh my god, the cracking is lacking, man. The cracking is lacking. Oh my god. If I need to get a good laugh, I gotta go to his streams, man. That's all he do is stream now.
Yeah, his stream. It's funny.
I love you too, Dexter. Thank you for the love, man. Hit that like button, people. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, man. Let's get some more people here. Got a guest today. Let's make sure. Okay, make sure everything is good. The audio. Can y'all hear us? Can y'all hear us? Thank you, Blue Boat, for a $2 donation. He's a regular supporter on this channel. Thank you. Thank you. Make sure you hit that like button, people. Let's get some more people here. Get some more people here. I don't want to start until we at least get a few people. I ain't trying.
Yeah.
I can't do no podcast with 2 people watching, man. I get so discouraged, man. I be like, fuck, man, get the hell out.
You might as well just do a hangout, start talking to friends.
I know, man. What
it's YouTube, man. YouTube be tripping, man.
They are tripping, man. They came out and admittedly said that they are withholding videos from people. It's crazy. Yeah. I can't believe. It's crazy, dude. It is crazy. Did
you see that? Like the lady that was, I guess she was kind of interviewing the dude, and she was like, "Yeah, I can understand why you would." No, she did. She was lying right live on camera when she was talking about. She can understand. She know that didn't make any sense.
No, it don't make no sense at all, man. It is crazy, dude.
I can understand why you would have people subscribe and not show your subscribers the video in their subscription feed. It's a subscription feed.
I think they won't, like, they expect everybody to watch everybody's videos every time they upload a video. I don't have that kind of time to watch everybody's video.
No, you can't do that. I don't expect the people to do that for me. Like, who would do that?
I know, man. Like, shit. That's why I probably have been doing as many videos as I would like to on this channel, you know. Yeah. But you know, it's just this new YouTube crap. It's discouraging, man. It is.
And see, because you went away for a little bit, and so what happens when you come back? Like, people haven't been watching your videos because you haven't been making them, right? So what happens when you come back and you don't get notifications or people who subscribe to you don't get notifications because you haven't made a video?
Yeah, that's why.
It's crazy. Like, that's crazy. You can't take a break. You got to be making videos regularly. People have to be watching them regularly for you to.
I can't do it. Like, I wish I was in OJ's position, but I'm not. Like, you know, he does this for a living. I can't afford that. Yeah. If I can support my family on a $2 YouTube check a month, I fucking do it, but I can't, man. I can't do it.
$8 check, there it is.
Shit, I get more money from the super chat than what YouTube actually pays me, man. Like, it's crazy, dude. It is crazy. Yeah. Like, man, that's I don't know. I'm gonna try, man. When I get more, I guess the reason why I haven't been doing as many videos is just my job, my job schedule. Matter of fact, they you know, they kind of rushing us to get things done in a certain amount of time, so they pushing us over to do overtime. So Saturday going forward, it's mandatory overtime. That's not even including during the weekday, because I think we're about to start working 10 hours a day during the weekday. So yeah, it's about to get hectic, man. It's about to get hectic, and
putting that load on you.
Yeah, it is, but at the same time, it just gives me an opportunity to stack some cash up, because
ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm not trying to keep doing what I'm doing, because I got other plans that I'm trying to accomplish. You know, how many people we got watching? We got enough people. How many? Please like, people. Please like.
I feel like I'm trying to get my college professor on. Hopefully.
Oh, nice.
Within the next year, I
could be
teaching in college.
That's what I'm talking about. Teach them badass. I don't know how I can't do it, man.
Well, college is different. Like, obviously, I'm in elementary right now.
Oh, you're okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and I teach mostly 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I'm a specialist teacher, and so I teach 3 different grade levels. Mm-hmm. And those kids, boy,
yeah, they're a handful.
They make you want to go home and hit your own kids.
Oh, damn.
Like, you better never get like them. But But yeah, when you get to college, it's different, like because they're there because they want to be there. You know what I'm saying? You go to college because you want to be in college.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Kind of
high school, you know, when you're in. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. No, I was about to say something. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, you know, in grade school, it's like you there because you have to be. A lot of kids love school, you know, they want to go to school, but
yeah,
a good percentage of them don't want nothing to do with it. So you got to force them to do work.
You know? Yep, got to force them to do work, and you know, since we live on air, I can't really say what I want to say. You know, it's just the system is rigged, man. That's all I'm gonna say. It's rigged. Mm-hmm. It's rigged. Okay, so
rigged.
So I guess since we got 20-something watching, we need to get more people here, man. Please hit the like and share button. Hit the like and share button.
Hit the like button.
Okay. So, welcome everybody to another episode of the RG&T show. Yeah, it's been a long time since we did one. Like, he's been busy, I've been busy. Matter of fact, we just basically got back in contact with each other because YouTube freaking did it again. They freaking unsubscribing people, the notification button, they unchecked it like they did on my channel, his channel. Like, I don't know what's going on with YouTube, man. Like, I was like, man, Mr. T, I ain't done no videos in a while. What's going on? You know, hit him up on Twitter. You know, he said he ain't getting no notifications from me, and I'm not getting it from him. We on this channel, he's still doing videos. What the hell's going on here? So, I don't know, man. YouTube is in a sunken place, just like Kanye West right now, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So, yeah, man. How you doing, Mr. T, man? It's been a while, man. How you doing, man? How's everything?
What's going on? Yeah, everything is good. Like, I just got crazy busy because I started teaching, as I mentioned. It's, you know, it's hectic. You know, it's crazy. I still do my my client work. I still do my videography, my editing with clients. But it was getting really stressful to depend on depend on freelance work with my business. So I figured I needed a steady subsidy, you know, and that's why I started teaching. So, like I said, I want to eventually get into the college level and either teach creative writing or something to do with film. So we'll see what happens within the next year. I think it'll happen. So.
Oh, heck yeah!
But yeah, I've been, you know, been doing my thing. I still make my videos, and as I mentioned in the video of mine, I was like, I noticed like basically half the people that were watching me stopped, and I started losing subscribers. It's just I'm still losing subscribers. It's weird.
Oh my god!
I went from 5,000.
Did we lose him? I think we're losing you, T. Are you there, Mr. T? I think something happened. Let me try to hit him up on Twitter. He must probably technical difficulties. So let me hit him up on Twitter. Yeah. So if you can hear me, T, we can't hear you. Let me hit him up on Twitter. So I guess he must be going through something right now. So I guess until he comes back, who do we have in the chat right now? Let me get some shout outs right quick. Who we have in the chat? You said YouTube killed Mr. Oh, there he is. There he is.
Yeah, I heard I could hear it the whole time. I guess you couldn't.
Oh, okay. I guess you're back now. Damn, they thought YouTube got rid of you too, man.
I was confused because I heard you saying, "Well, hit me up on Twitter," and I'm like, "I'm still here, man. I can hear you."
Okay. Yeah. You I guess before you got cut off, you said you was at 4,000 or 5,000 some subscribers, and you lost how much?
Yeah, I was at 5,125 subscribers, somewhere around there, and that's when YouTube hit with the weird policies, and all of a sudden my subscribers they just stopped.
Really?
And then they started deleting, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, I'm I didn't do anything different. My channel was the same, like pretty much the same since the Switch launch. That's when I started getting, steady views and steady subscribers, and then all of a sudden it stopped.
It stopped.
Like, yeah. And it was just frozen. Like my subscriber count just froze.
Yep.
And then it started deleting. I'm like, what is going on?
I don't know, man. It's crazy. I mean, like, I lost 30 subscribers last week. After I did my podcast with Alex. Was it on Friday? We were supposed to do a Real Talk podcast Thursday, but I guess everybody's busy. So me and Alex did a podcast together on Friday. And I noticed over the days I lost over 30 subscribers. I was like, what the hell? I didn't piss nobody off. I didn't talk shit about Xbox. Shit.
Yeah.
So
it's not you. I just want to say it's not you. It's definitely YouTube, because I hear that from so many people that, oh, my views dropped crazy. My subscribers started deleting. People saying they ain't getting my videos. This is definitely a YouTube problem, not a YouTuber problem.
Yeah, it is a YouTube problem, because like we got 20-something watching. I usually have about 40 or 50 right now. So I don't know. Like it's crazy, dude. Maybe because I'm not consistent like certain YouTubers. But I don't know. That's probably why I don't do as many videos like I would like to. But it is what it is, man. It could be worse. Alex, man, that dude channel's down there dead. The YouTube down there killed his channel.
I was gonna say. They deleted my subscription from Alex, because I stopped watching him for a while because he was mainly doing like live streams and whatnot, so I wasn't watching as much. Then all of a sudden I'm like, damn, did Alex stop making videos? And then I look and I'm not subscribed. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
I don't know, man. It's crazy. Like his views went from like, he used to get all right views, maybe 300, maybe 400 views per video. Then it dropped to about less than 100. Oh my God, that is so discouraging. That's probably why he don't really make as many videos no more. He even said it in one of his videos. It's discouraging, man. Like all his work that he put into it.
And that's the point. That's exactly he's getting discouraged. I'm getting discouraged. You get discouraged. That's what they discouraged, and stop making. You can push more YouTube red, so you can push more of their paid stuff. And obviously celebrity channels are making them a lot too. So that's what it is, man.
Yep. Like I said, Will Smith just came to YouTube a couple months ago. He's damn near at 2 million subscribers. Stuff like that. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. You
can't work your way up anymore. You can't build yourself up.
No, you can't. You can't. You know that's why it's always good to hang out with somebody that has a nice following. You know, OJ he's pretty lucky that he's associated with Spawnwave and RGT. You know, and all them. You know
but even him, like I feel like he should be getting more. Like
I feel that way too. I feel that way too.
Why he ain't hitting better views? Something's not right.
I don't know. Something not right. Like he pump out more content than all of them. Like that dude make 10 videos a day, and podcasts.
It'd be quality too. And like I'm not seeing him. I'm not seeing his subscriber account go up fast enough, and I'm not seeing his views happen. Like, what's going on?
I don't know. Maybe it's a black thing. Ha! Not just playing.
Don't say that. They're going to get mad. They get mad.
They're about to get the pitchforks. Nah, man. He makes good. He makes quality content. You know, I thought he's supposed at this rate, much videos he pop out, thought he should at least be around 50 or 60,000 by now. But it is what it is, man. Maybe YouTube will get this mess situated one day. Oh well, like the views come, they come. They don't, they don't. You know. So yeah. That was a long introduction. So, so folks, the stuff, we did kind of got discouraged. so the stuff we supposed to be talking about today, I will talk about God of War, but Mr. T, he didn't play it yet. Dude, you missing out. It's greatness, dude. You're some greatness.
Man, I'm playing so many games right now.
That's why I'm wearing this hat. That's why I'm wearing this pony hat, pony shirt, and I got my pony mug. Sipping some Xbox tears right now. So yeah, man, it's just a good time to be a gamer, man. PlayStation gamer and I want to say an Xbox game, Nintendo gamer, PlayStation gamer.
Oh man,
I'm trying not to cry and bitch about Xbox today, people. I'm trying not to. Don't trigger me in the chat, otherwise I'm gonna cry about Xbox, man. I'm still mad. I'm still mad about Xbox right now. Like their answer to God of War is Sea of freaking Thieves. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I just, with all those resources, I don't understand why they in
the money they have, dude. It boggles my mind. Jesus. And with Sony, like all these years of them, you know, the Sony's broke. They sold a lot of studios. All they got is the electronics sucks. Nobody buying that shit. Their movies, you know, their quality is down. Ain't nobody watching their movies. All they got is PlayStation. It's like PlayStation is the only good thing that's happening with Sony, and it's just they can't be stopped, man. They can't be stopped. Yeah. You know, like don't get me wrong. Like the first couple of years of the PlayStation 4 was lackluster. We can agree with that.
But it was still selling even then. Like this console is selling today like it just came out.
Yeah, it's so based on hype the first couple of years because let's just be real. Yeah. It's PlayStation. PlayStation, ever since they stepped foot in this marketplace, they just took over the world.
Yeah, they can't be beat.
Just like when Nintendo took over the world in the 80s, like when Sony came in, they took over the world selling at least 100 million consoles per generation except the PS3. Yeah. Like that's crazy. So it's probably that hype, and
they only sold 85 million. That's only 85.
That is crazy, dude. You know, like shit. I bet a lot of Nintendo fans wish a Nintendo could sell 85 million consoles per generation.
Seriously,
man. That's an insane number. That is the lowest number. That's the same part about it, dude. Like it's all because of brand recognition. We can all agree with that. It's the brand recognition, and it was cheaper than the Xbox One. So yeah, you know they kind of messed themselves up with that $500 price tag. You know the specs of the console is less powerful than the PS4, forcing people to have to connect, in which it was a failure. Like they had a slow start, man. It was a slow start. But you know, past couple of years, as me being a PlayStation owner. It's been great, dude. Like all the great games with Nier Automata. Like if you love Platinum games, that is a good game. Uncharted 4. You got the Uncharted Lost Legacy, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Persona 5. Like, dude, that game was so good. I'm not sure if you're into those type of games. I had to change my mind on who I thought Game of the Year should have went. At first, I said Zelda, and of all the time that I spent with Persona 5, I was like, man, this game is so damn good. I just don't want it to end. Like, that's how good Persona 5 was. I was like, you know, Persona 5 is my Game of the Year for last year. Even though I did say Zelda. I did say if Zelda Persona 5 win, I'll be happy. But Persona, I don't know if you play Persona 5. It's going to take you...
I have not. I'm more of a Shin Megami Tensei guy. Like, Persona was like the spinoff from that. If I'm not mistaken. And they've obviously that series went on and beat its the series that it spent off from. So
that is crazy.
That's crazy, but yeah. So I haven't really gotten into Persona.
Oh, really?
I own Persona 3, I think, on PSP. I haven't really played it all that much, so that's mostly my experience with Persona. So
Persona 5 was my very first Persona game, man. That was my first one. I never played it before. You know, people's like, man, you should play it. It has an awesome story. It's turn-based, but the turn-based mechanics is awesome, man. Like the leveling up in the game is good. Like I played it. I don't want it to end. Like that's how great the game is. Overall, I think I put over 200 hours into the game. Yeah. It should have been a lot less than that, but when I traded in my PS4 for the PS4 Pro, I thought this thing has a cloud save system, but you have to manually do it. It's not like Xbox; it's automatic. So I lost a lot of my save data from Persona 5. Lost 50 hours. So yeah, that will happen.
That's rough right there.
I was so freaking mad, dude. I was like, all that work for nothing. I was like, should I go and play this thing again? Because I was in a similar situation of about 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago. My house got robbed and all that. Took my Wii U, they took all my stuff, man. And I was like towards the end of Xenoblade Chronicles X, and all that time, hundreds of hours into Xenoblade Chronicles X, I was like, should I get it again? I was like, I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
That almost happened with me and my Switch because my memory card started failing, and I'm like, I was able to back it up on my PC, all my data, and then I was able to move it over to a new card, and the Switch accepted it, which I surprised the hell out of me.
I don't understand.
So I had all my saves.
I don't like when we start paying for this online. Like, are they gonna give us some kind of cloud save service?
There better be some cloud saving going on because
it's crazy.
That's like that's some archaic stuff, Nintendo. Like you gotta get up with the times when it comes to that stuff. Like that, people shouldn't have to worry about, if their console, something happens to their console, they lose everything.
Mm-hmm.
You got to call Nintendo right now.
Yep.
My 3DS, like I have to call Nintendo and tell them what games I had on it.
Yep.
Hopefully you made a list.
Yep, that's what I did. When I got my Wii U back, I had to think about the games that I had.
Yeah, you gotta think about what you downloaded on. I'm like, seriously, this is some caveman shit. Like this is crazy.
That's some 19th century shit, man. Oh my God, some Harriet Tubman slavery days shit that's going on right here. Like, damn, man.
Seriously,
get with the times, man. I really, maybe we could talk about this first with this online that we got some more information that they're going to reveal more about it. That's coming up in May. We are in the month of May. They're gonna give us more information. Of course, E3 is around the corner, so of course a lot of stuff is going to get leaked. Of course, Nintendo going to talk more about it. Maybe we might get a Pokemon Direct. You never know. We always get a Direct before E3, so you never know. But this online, if we're gonna pay for this online, yes, it's $20 a year, but we still want quality if we paying for anything, But
yeah,
I just like.
I don't need much. Like for me, it doesn't. For me, it doesn't take much to get that. Like obviously, we said cloud saves will be excellent. A console level chat system, because that phone thing did not work out.
You got to use those cell phones, man. Use them cell phones.
I said that from the beginning. That was trash.
You better have a phone charger while you're on the cell.
That was just That was a stopgap. I always felt like that was a stopgap and not the solution. And to get that, and what else did I say? Maybe like it doesn't matter to me, but I think they should have some kind of console level accomplishment achievement system or whatever. Like that doesn't matter to me, but I think they should have that by now.
To be honest, that right there, the achievements, that keeps me want to play games because I'm like, okay, if I get more achievements or even trophies, if I keep doing these side quests, then it gives you that drive to want to keep playing, to earn those achievements. That's why I play my Xbox and my PlayStation a lot more than my Switch. The only games I play Nintendo games. I don't really buy the Switch for third parties. I'm just gonna be real with you. But if they get some kind of achievement system, I'm gonna be real with you. Maybe I might think twice on playing certain third party games. But you already know the other part why I don't play third-party games on the Switch because it doesn't run like their counterparts, Xbox and PlayStation. Your frame rate gonna get cut in half. The texture's gonna look blurry. It's gonna look ugly. I'm just gonna be real with you. But as far as what the console offers is appealing. I like that it does 2-in-1. Like if the Switch came out at the beginning of this generation. With the PS4 and the Xbox One, if it came out in 2013, then I don't think it would be an issue. I won't say it's an issue to people. It's not an issue to people. But as far as third parties going forward, and of course you got the PS5, Xbox One, Xbox, whatever you want to call that thing, the new Xbox console, next couple of years. Like how can Nintendo? How can the Nintendo fans, Switch fans, get the continuous third-party support, especially if they switch over to another engine, Unreal Engine 5, the Frostbite engine gets upgraded. Like all these, the technology, it speeds up a lot faster than what people think. Like something new is going to happen within a year, and when these other consoles get upgraded and the Switch is still here, then how this is gonna work? Because if the Switch still, if they want to get third party support, and we didn't get an upgraded Switch yet, and of course the PS5, the other Xbox is out right now, then how this is gonna work without a lot of sacrificing and more money getting thrown under the table from Nintendo to the third party, so they won't be spending a lot more money trying to dumb down the Switch version? Because I don't see it happening, man. I don't know, man.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I'm not overly worried about that, because for me, the Wii proved that, you know, you sell enough systems, they will try to push anything they can put on there. They try to put Dead Rising on there.
Yeah.
You know, it had like 10 zombies on screen, you know. But it was Dead Rising, you know. Like,
playing trash, man.
I'm just saying. They still tried it, at least. You got, you know, Call of Duties were there, you know, and those sold really well on Wii. So, like, it's not going to be that situation. It's not going to be that big of a gap. So that's, I want to, you know, I've said that in many videos, like, you're not going to get a Wii to 360 or a Wii to PS3 gap as far as graphics go. Obviously, there's a step down. So I feel like as long as the system keeps selling and it's selling well, you're going to get those games. Those games are going to come. But there's a part of me that's like, I don't really trust third parties, even when Nintendo does well, because it seems like they always kind of make an excuse. Like, with the GameCube didn't sell great, but, you know, it was a viable console.
Yeah.
But they made the excuse about the disc size, and I'm like, what? I remember you know, when we had PS1, you guys put games on 4 discs, and you didn't complain about nothing. So it's like, why, when you get to the Nintendo console, there's this complaint about the disc size? Because
honestly, it's about money. If they're not making the money, then they're gonna find an excuse.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to say when it comes to that kind of stuff. I don't know where I stand, because I don't know where they stand. You know, it's just like, but I feel like as long as the Switch sells and it keeps selling the way it's selling, Nintendo obviously wants to push 20 million more between now and next March. So it's just like, if that happens, there's no excuses. Like, you're going to have to put, you know, even if you don't want to, you're like, well, we got to put something on this thing. This thing's selling like crazy. So
the cartridge size. We need to know what they're gonna do with that.
Right. At this point,
yes.
Here's the thing. Like, we were talking about this on Jesus Lewis podcast. We were like talking about, well, you know, Bethesda came out and they put Skyrim on there. They put Doom on there. And, you know, they had no problems doing that. You know, they paid for the bigger carts, but actually they didn't, because Nintendo published those games. Nintendo published Doom, and they published Skyrim, and they're not publishing Wolfenstein. And that game you have to download some too. So it's like, maybe because Nintendo wasn't publishing this game, they weren't going to eat that cost of the bigger cart, the 16 gig cart. Something like that seems to be a problem. And a lot of people, I can't remember what the developer actually said, that is the biggest hindrance, is the size of the media, not the graphics in Switch, because Switch has really good graphics. Like, they can do, you know, they can't do exactly what they do on PS4 and Xbox One, obviously, but they can port games, no problem. It's just the size of the cart is their biggest hurdle.
You got to deal with that is they trying to force us to eat up the cost. That's you got
to download it.
That's not right. You got to that's just that's absurd, man. Like, I don't care. See, I don't want Nintendo to take that Sony approach. Like, you're doing so well that you're doing a whole bunch of anti-consumer practices, and I'm starting to see it a little bit. And I see a lot of that with Sony. They do that shit all the time. And it seems like the company that makes a lot less exclusives is doing the best business practices. Yeah. that's Microsoft, the Xbox.
Microsoft they have some really consumer friendly stuff going on.
Yes, they do. I love their $10. How can you beat that? $10 a month for all those games?
Yeah, the backwards compatibility. I love that. Like, a lot of people make fun of it, but dude, I have a ton of original Xbox games that I would love to, you know, upscale and have nicer textures on and replay. Like, We ain't getting no new games, so you might as well go play some of them old classics, you know. So
yeah, they run them in 4K if you
and they look great. They run it in 4K if you got an X, right? So it looks, you know, some of them games look night and day.
Yes, like
I have them, and I'm looking at the Digital Foundry stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it looks that much better.
Yeah, I got that One X myself, and yes, there is a. You seen Assassin's Creed 1, the Xbox 360 versus the Xbox One X?
Yeah, I saw. I was like, that's the same game.
Yeah, it's like a brand new game. I
couldn't believe it.
Red Dead Redemption when they did
Red Dead Redemption, that was a huge. Yeah, that
like we said this. I know I don't want to be talking about Xbox, but whatever. We said this about Microsoft could be the best video game publisher or best video game console in the world. Mm-hmm. With all the money and resources that they got, the friendly business practices that they have, very, very consumer friendly. Mm-hmm. Like, they have all the bells and whistles. They have all the features. The games are gold. You got the backwards compatibility. You get to change your gamer tag. You can't do that on PlayStation. Like, there's the online is better. I prefer the controller better than the DualShock. Like, where you think the Pro Controller came from? They got it from the Xbox. Yeah, you know, like they have a lot of bells and whistles on their side, except exclusives. That's why I did that. I did that terminology about a banana split. Like, the main ingredient of a banana split is, of course, is ice cream. They got the cherries, the whipped topping, the sprinkles. They have everything on a banana split besides ice cream, in which that's your main ingredient. When it comes to Sony and Nintendo, I feel that Nintendo has ice cream, and Sony got ice cream and a little bit of sprinkles. That's how I feel about it. But it's all about the ice cream at the end of the day, man. And Microsoft don't have no ice cream. That's the problem.
They got all the toppings. The toppings are great.
They got the toppings, but no ice cream, man.
See me. A lot of people are upset with Microsoft right now. I'm not, because I feel like they're taking steps. I feel like, you know, they got the hardware situation put together. They're getting these services out there. I feel like this is all part of them trying to reverse from what the Xbox One was when it launched. There's a lot of, you know, anti-consumer practices going on around it, and it was just like the focus was wrong with the system. And I feel like they're trying to turn the narrative around on that, and they have been doing that. And then when they get that situated solidly, I feel like the games will come. So I'm kind of giving them. I'm not getting on their head. I'm giving them kind of a pass right now. I need to see some stuff at E3 though. I need to see some nuggets at E3.
That Xbox One X, it's out the water. It's done. It's been out. So we need to speak. We need to talk about games. I know it's a rumor about supposed to be some kind of Japanese game come to the Xbox. I don't know. But E3 is around the corner. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to E3 because I'm taking my week off of work. I already got that done. So a lot of content will come from this channel. And we know what Sony and Nintendo is going to bring to the table, right? Because we never disappointed. Past couple of years, Sony and Nintendo has been. No. Let me phrase that. Last year's E3, Sony and Microsoft was not all that because Sony's E3 was basically a remastered from 2016.
2016, yeah.
Yes, and Microsoft, I feel that they showed more games because they had a lot of indie games. They had a lot of indie games. So the only one that showed up last year was Nintendo. But the year before that, like, Sony killed it. They killed it with Horizon Zero Dawn, all these great games that came out. They killed it. But this year, like, it's been 2-3 years since Microsoft had a decent amount of exclusives. I think about 3 years. So the One X is out. It's out. It's gone. Like, that whole power narrative is out the door. Yes, we know Xbox most powerful console. Yes, that's fine. But what's the point of having all this power and no games to back it up? Because look at God of War. That's like one of the best looking games of all time, and it's on a lesser a powerful console. That's the PS4 Pro. You know, we already know the difference between the Pro and the X. There is no game on the Xbox One X look like God of War. Yeah. Like we want to know what is Microsoft planning on doing.
I said that's like why didn't they hold off like Gears of War 4? Why didn't they hold that off for the X? Like, that would have been a nice showcase game for the X, you know? And they didn't really have one when X came out. And I think that was a mistake. So, you know, and obviously Crackdown wasn't going to be that game.
Oh no!
They pushed that back anyway. So
it's not even a graphically demanding game. Like,
no,
what is going on? What is going on?
You put out this graphically intensive console, and yeah, okay, Forza looks great, but Forza always looked great. You know, like that has never been a problem with Forza. All Forza games look great. So, you know. But it's like I really want. I feel like the door is open for them at E3. Like, you kind of know what Nintendo's going to bring to E3. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's going to be some surprises because they've been hitting at some surprises. But you pretty much know what Sony's going to do. Like, God of War is out. Yeah. Uncharted is out. Yeah. You know, you might have some Last of Us out there. You know, Last of Us 2 out there.
Oh my God!
But really, wait. Other than that, it's like Spider-Man. Like,
dude, I can't wait for.
What Spider-Man. Do they? I feel like the door is open for Microsoft to come in and like surprise some people and wow some people.
I hope so, man.
I'm holding off. I'm holding off.
I hope so. Maybe I'm gonna take this shirt and his cap off and get some more. I'm gonna get some Xbox stuff, man. Oh man, Alex, he hates it when I got this shirt on. Is it Aaron? Is it not Aaron? Don't use money. He been real. You take that damn shirt. You take that damn hat off your head. You're a bot for life. You're a bot. You're a Sega refugee. You're a bot. Y'all all turn into bots. Oh my God, that dude just—he's not. Where's Alex at? I think he's salty because he's saying that this was supposed to be Alex Real and fucking Nick's show tonight.
Got booted, son.
No, nobody got booted. We planned this. We planned this days ago, man.
Yeah, we planned it.
You know, come on, man. How was the last time I had T-B on the show?
We had a tiny window. We had to go through that window. We had a tiny window. So.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't even do videos like I want to, man. Cause soon as I get finish the stream, I gotta go look after my son, my newborn son, man. Well, he's 2 months now. But yeah, that's just too much going on, man. It's just so much. So, whatever time we got, I try to take it, man. Whether it's with T, or whether with the cruise, whatever, man. It is what it is. Hopefully I do more content. It's just so hard trying to be a father, a husband. I gotta constantly be on my kids about their grades. Thank God they are a lot smarter than me. Oh my God, they're smart kids. I'm strict about their studies. I'm very strict.
Me too. I'm blessed though because they're just naturally smart and curious kids I have over here. So.
Man, like my kids never went to summer school. Never. I went to summer school twice in elementary. Shit. Oh, I was bad, man. I was bad.
Too much damn Sega Genesis.
It's a Sega, man. I should have been a Nintendo kid. Oh my God, man. My kids, they just had their report cards the other day. My son had straight A's. High grades, high 90s.
That's lovely.
Like my daughter, she has, he's in the first grade. My daughter's in the fifth, so of course it's different. And her lowest grade was 83. No, the rest of them was 90 and above. And
that's great.
And she just got her test results back. They call it the STAR test. That's like the standardized test in Texas. That basically determined whether you pass the grade or you got to repeat the grade. She missed one answer on the reading and missed 2 on the math out of 50-something, 60 questions. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
My kids, like, I thank God that that the Lord blessed me with a beautiful wife that can see some smart kids, because I was not smart. I was a dumbass. I was a dumbass. But then it pulled the cord out. Okay, we reconnected. The stream is now RIP. Hold on.
I see RIP from Matthew Pike.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. So we was talking about a while ago, the E3 stuff. Yeah, man, we got a month of
Microsoft. 5
more weeks, dude. 5 more freaking weeks, dude. Are you taking off any days, or you just chilling?
I haven't pulled the trigger yet, but I think I will take off at least. Nintendo's whatever it was, on the 20. What is it? The 12th, right? It's the 12th.
Yeah. I think it's always the second week of June they do the E3. Yeah. Okay. So,
but it's like, do I really want to? Because Nintendo, they're gonna have like
it's
stuff
gonna be all day. It's all day.
Yeah. So it's just like, am I gonna take off one day, or am I gonna take off 2 or 3? Like, it's just like, I don't know yet.
Well, usually during the summertime, around that time, I like to take off not only for E3, like take my family out to Six Flags, do some other stuff. So I'm, that's what I'm trying to save my money up. Because I got to at least do something with the kids because they earned it. They earned it, man. They earned it.
They putting in work out here. So
they making me broke. Cause I told them, man, you make good grades every week. I get paid. I'll give you something. They making me broke right now.
Well, man. You see, I got 3 Switches in my household.
Oh hell no! Oh you got shit! You got 3 Switches? Oh shit!
Yeah, I got my own, and I bought both my kids for a Switch. So.
Yeah, I was supposed to be buying me another Switch because my wife took over, man. I think she only plays one game. I think she got over 500 or 600 hours on Splatoon.
Woo!
She
putting in work.
Oh, dude! Like the other day, she got so mad that she went from the S rank S plus to S plus, and she chunked her phone and cracked it. I was like,
she going hard on that thing.
I was like, you still an S plus, girl? Chill. She said, God damn it, they put me on sorry team. She is that hardcore. She trying to get to that rank.
I feel you, Miss Real. That happens to me too. It happens to me.
She gets so screaming. Mad. She gets so mad.
Or I was in a match the other day. Nintendo fix your shit. I was in a match the other day, and we were getting spanked for the first minute and a half, 2 minutes maybe, and we were making a sick comeback, and then we get disconnected. I'm like, ugh,
dude.
Nintendo fix your shit.
It ain't just that Mario Kart, like that, I don't know. I mean, Smash Bros. That was on the Wii U, but Smash Brothers on the Wii U was unplayable online. Oh my! I didn't have that many issues
on Smash on Wii U. Like I hear it all the time, but like we have like lag and whatnot. That definitely happened a few times, but I haven't had like disconnect. I haven't had that many disconnects in Smash.
I'd rather get disconnected than just constant lag every match, man. That's unplayable, man.
That lag will mess you up, the timing and all that.
I really hope this Nintendo subscription. I really hope that it doesn't have to be an Xbox Live level. Just get something. No. If it's a 360 level, I don't care. I need something that's dependable that we can play online with no issues. Because with the sales of the Switch that's selling so well, like I expect the Call of Duty, man. I expect those games coming. They talking about 20 million Switches by March of 2019. Like how can they do that? Like
they're talking about totally. They're talking about 40 million.
Yes,
it's damn near at 20 million now. So
how is that possible? If this year we're in the month of May. What big exclusive did they launch this year? A top tier Nintendo exclusive. A top tier.
None.
So,
None.
So how is this possible? Because the first year they released Zelda, Mario Kart, Super Mario Odyssey, Splatoon 2, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Mario Rabbids, like ARMS, all these came the first year. How can they top the first year?
And that's why I'm excited about Nintendo's E3, because Nintendo doesn't make crazy projections. They don't usually do that. They usually go under what they believe they're going to make. And for them to say 20 million, and they got something up their sleeve.
I hope so.
Yeah.
With Fire Emblem, I'm not going to consider them a top tier because
Pokemon will be a big part of that. I always said it. I said it last year that Pokemon was coming out this year for Switch. So I believe that will be a game in the fall for Switch. Wow, that's a big step. Animal Crossing is a huge step as well. Yes. That'll get you closer. But there's got to be something else that we're not thinking about. Something Wii Sports like that we don't know about yet.
I don't know.
I don't mean Wii Sports. I don't mean the actual Wii Sports game for Switch. I mean like a Wii Sports like seller, for the Switch.
Don't get me wrong. They released some games, some good games this year. Kirby. I won't say it's not my type of game. It's too damn. That's for children. I'm just gonna be real with you.
I love Kirby, man. They be calling my game for children.
Dude, how the hell you?
I just love Kirby the character. Like the games are not that challenging.
You can't die.
Some of them are. Some of them are hard. Like some of the older ones are definitely more challenging.
You cannot die, man.
You can die. Okay. It's not easy to die.
It's not easy.
It's possible.
So how many lives did you have when you beat the game?
I haven't died yet. I will say that. I played it. I'm about 4 or 5 hours in.
Oh, okay.
I haven't died yet, but it's possible.
Majority of people that I talk to, they got at least 200 lives.
Yeah, I have like maybe 26 lives or something.
I don't know if they had them. Don't get me wrong. The game itself, it could be fun to play if it was more
I just love the character of Kirby and the world. That's where my fandom comes from. I don't think they're like overly challenging games. I don't want them to be. I have a Donkey Kong for that. Challenging platform. I have other games that I look to for that. So
speaking of Donkey Kong, what do you think about that price, man?
Man, look, I've said this from the beginning. This is nothing new. If you watch my channel, like I hate that price. I hate it. Like I have no problem with ports. I've said it from the beginning as well. I don't like bad ports, and I feel like this is a bad port. Not that it doesn't run well. I mean, the cost of it makes it a bad port, and the fact that they didn't do much to it. It's almost a straight port. Obviously, they put an easy mode in it with a Funky Kong, but
he's OP, man.
It's $10 more than what it was new on the Wii U, right?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Here's the shadier thing. The Wii U version got a selects, which put it at $20, right?
Yeah.
So it was $20 on Wii U. Mm-hmm. They pulled that fucking game.
Oh yeah.
They pulled it from the Wii U eShop.
Shady.
I could not find it. I looked myself, and I could not find it.
I heard they put it back.
Is it back? Okay.
That's what I heard. Because
I was saying that last night. I was like, all right, maybe there was some kind of thing, and they put it back. Maybe it was some kind of, they pulled it down for a reason. And okay, so it's back. Good. That's a good thing. So I won't have to say that anymore. But the fact still remains that it's $10 more expensive than it came out on the Wii U for. And it's cheaper to get on. It's not. It'd be one thing if they put in like Donkey Kong Country Returns from the Wii, and maybe gave an HD version of that and charge $60. I have no problem. That'd be great. That would give it value. But as it stands, I can't buy it. I can't. Why would I rebuy it? It was my game of the year for 2014. Yeah. So. That it really bothers me because I want the game to do well, and I feel like at $40 it would be flying off the shelves, and it wouldn't feel shady. And right now it feels shady.
It is shady, man. Maybe they looking at the hype of the Switch, the way.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're a business, so they're making their money. I get it, but I feel like
they're screwing over the people that bought the Wii version. It's crazy. Like, if you look at the sales between Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze and Donkey Kong Country Returns. Like, that's 90 days because it didn't really sell that well. Like, no. Like you would think it would sell well because Nintendo games usually sell well on Nintendo systems, whatever. But
I think it's so close to 2 million at this point. But how many of that was from the $20 price point?
I don't know, but usually Donkey Kong games sell between 5 and 6 million.
Right.
They do, and that one right there, And I thought it was gonna sell a lot better because it wasn't a full price game. It was $50, and now they basically charging $10 more. I don't know if I can subscribe to that, man. Like I like Donkey Kong. It's a good game. It's a challenge game. I like challenging games like that. But if I see shady business practice, I can't do it, man. I can't.
I don't care how much of a Nintendo fanboy anybody thinks I am. I will not stand for that nonsense. I will not stand for that nonsense ever. So,
like if you look at Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, now that was good. They basically
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was good.
They took all the DLC from that game and put it to this. Now I love that because remember the battle mode was crappy on the Wii U and they fixed it.
That was the only reason I bought the game. Like I already had all the DLC. I paid for all of that. The only reason I bought it was because of the battle mode. I was crying for the battle mode from day one on Mario Kart 8 on Wii U. And they gave it to me. I'm like, well, that's a reason to buy this game again. Now I have a reason. Because that is lasting value for me.
Yes.
So that made it a worthy purchase in my eye.
Do you think they purposely screwed over the battle mode so they could put it on the Switch?
I don't think so. I think they didn't put the work in for the battle mode because of how the Wii U was selling. That's what I feel like. I feel like they could have done it, and they just didn't do it because of how terribly the Wii U was selling.
Yeah, Yeah, that's something we try not to talk about. That was some rough times, man. Not only as a Wii U owner, a consumer, but as a Wii U a Nintendo YouTuber at that time. It was
man, it was tough.
it was very tough, man.
It was tough.
Man, talking about trying to fight the good fight, man.
Yeah.
Boy, a lot of Nintendo YouTube, boy, they wouldn't back down. They would not back down. they stand by it.
Yeah.
You got people like Alex. Oh, he hates it, man. He cannot stand the Wii U. Boy,
I don't believe Alex, man.
Boy, he be triggering people on Twitter. Boy, he triggered your boy the other day. Was it Shadow Fox? Boy, he gets so mad, man. He does it on purpose, man.
I like Shadow Fox. Stop being trolled, man.
Oh, Alex, he is a troll. That dude is a troll. Don't let him fool. Yeah, he's in the chat. And he's in the chat. Fuck. That dude is a troll. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, I don't know. Are you on the Team Red Discord chat? I think I saw you in there before.
Me?
Yeah, I thought I saw
you. I am, but
oh my God,
a new thing comes out and it takes me a good year before I acclimate myself to it. So Discord was new to me.
Oh.
I'm slowly getting into Discord. It took me forever to get into Twitter.
Man, if you've been in the Team Red Discord chat, nothing but it is toxic. Toxic.
I'm part of it, but I haven't viewed it as much.
Xbox suck. A lot of PC talking there. I'll be like, man, fuck y'all. I'm out. Fuck y'all. Fuck you, Alex. Hey, Alex, since you're in the chat, how those PC exclusives holding out? How those PC exclusives, man? Oh, but they get so mad. These PC gamers, they get so mad. We be like, how those PC exclusives? They get so mad.
I don't get those dudes. Like those. A lot of those dudes are console guys that just went to PC, because PC gamers to me, they on a whole different like level as far as the types of games they play, the genres and stuff. Like these dudes who claim to be PC gamers, they're just console guys who went to PC and want to be elitists.
Thanks to Phil Spencer, your good old boy. They get so mad when I disagree with them about that situation, man. They literally made the Xbox brand irrelevant, man, by putting their games on PC. With the online, they don't have to pay for it. We do. Yeah. The deal with that is there's not an option button. There's not an option button on whether if we want to play with the PC guys or not. No, we're gonna play with them. So they're gonna have the advantage every time with the keyboard and mouse, all the time, especially when it comes to shooters. Like $60 a year. What we paying $60 a year for? If the people on Windows play for free, Games of Gold, is that worth $60 a year? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just a lot of stuff. I don't think Windows have the Game Pass. I don't think so. That I guess you could say it's a good thing about having the console, but overall, man,
and the convenience. Like I get it. Like a lot of dudes just aren't gonna be PC gamers, regardless of the fact that these Microsoft games are coming on PC. Like, yeah, a lot of guys just don't care. I still want to, put my console and press power and go right to my games. A lot of people are just going to be that way. So I understand. But there are people that maybe would have bought a console if you had if you had games that forced them to buy it,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why it's so important to have exclusives, man.
That's why exclusives are important. I've said that from day one.
Like we can all agree that not everybody buys consoles for exclusives. Let's just be real. A lot of people buy consoles for like casual games, like a Call of Duty.
A lot of people, yeah.
Like NBA 2K, Madden. Let's just be real. Those those are the main reasons why console sells. Like look at Uncharted. It sold 10 million out of how many consoles? 80 million. Like. Like it's a lot of casuals buy it, but let's just be real. You need that core fan base to keep that drive alive. And we had that core fan base. They basically do free advertising. They do free advertising because the core fan base is the one that's telling the casuals, you should buy this. You should buy this. Yeah. You should play this. You should play this.
Right.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, just look at Horizon Zero Dawn, brand new IP. 7.5 million. A lot of people want to basically be like, well, it's not that million. That's not that much, that 0.5 million. So you telling me if a developer make a brand new IP and sold 7.5 million, they should cry because they didn't sell 80 million on an 80 million install base? Are you crazy?
That's just not going to happen. That's just unrealistic. You know, like that is a good selling, high selling, exclusive number. 7 million. That's great. You did that. You did great.
Yeah, that is great.
Yeah, it didn't. You know, not everybody who has a PlayStation is going to buy, you know, the first party exclusives, like you said. A lot of guys just, you know, buy for Maddens and Call of Duties and, you know, Assassin's Creeds and, you know, the casual stuff. I don't mean those games are casual. I meant like everybody can. Well, everybody has access to those games. Is what I'm trying to say.
The reason why I call them casuals because a lot of people that I know, that's all they play is Madden.
Yeah. That's what I meant. I don't want the game to sell as casual, but those are games that casuals like.
Yes, so, mostly in Call of Duties. I know a shitload of people only buys either PlayStation or Xbox just for Call of Duty. That's the only game they play. And we can basically point the finger at those casual gamers because they are the main reason why we got microtransactions. Because that's all they play. They don't buy other games. So their money is only invested to that one game. Microtransactions and all that DLC. So that's why we got loot boxes. So thanks to them idiots. And thanks to EA.
If you're in school, like, you know, I teach school. So all those kids, all they talk about
Fortnite.
That's all these kids are playing.
Yeah.
It's Fortnite. That's all they want to play. And it's just, that's the type of mentality, you know. So they don't care about, you know, what console has this or what has that. They just want to play Fortnite. Yeah. They'll play it on the tablet, you know.
So, Blue Bow said use Humble Bundle. I said Bumble. Humble Bundle. and thanks for the $2 donation, Mr. Blue Bow. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to down PC games because, like, it's like this. Like I told Alex, I said, if Microsoft don't get their shit together, and you know they're not giving me a reason to own an Xbox whenever the new console comes out, and I have enough money to get a you know, a good gaming PC, you know, get the 4Ks and the 60 frames per second. If I had that type of money, I would do it because, you know, Microsoft made their brand irrelevant, and B, all they talk about is Windows 10. Everything Windows 10 is Windows 10 that. Like, it's like less Xbox stuff, and that's why a lot of the core fan base is they basically in the damn civil war right now.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Wii U.
Oh,
Xbox fans are going through their Wii U right now.
Oh my God, it's they call it the Xbox U. That's what it is, the Xbox U. Remember that myth a few years ago when they said the Xbox One was pace. No, it was outpacing the Xbox 360. Like, we don't talk about that no more.
What happened to that?
What happened, man? A lot of people don't talk about that no more, man. Nope,
that's over with.
Because as I see, the Nintendo Switch is gonna outsell the Xbox by next year.
That's crazy.
Because they still have yet to reach 40 million.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude. So if that is possible, them reaching 40 million by next year, third parties have no excuse to put games on the Switch. Whether the PS5 or the new Xbox come out, if there's a market out there, if there's you know, gamers that plays those type of games, then I don't care how less powerful the console is. You know, you still make the game. Look at the PS2, for example. How long did the PS2 last? It lasts for over 10, 12, 13 years. And it still was getting everything, man. Like, it ain't just about how many consoles out there. It's about, is there a fan base? Like, look at the Switch, man. Like, they are buying third-party games. Bethesda came out the other day and they basically said they were satisfied with sales. They didn't say which game, either Doom or Skyrim, and of course Wolfenstein's not out yet. They're satisfied. So, you know, even though they didn't give us a specific number, that means that Switch owners are actually buying those games. Yeah. And of course, remember Capcom said they were satisfied with Street Fighter. Like, a lot of people, a lot of companies are satisfied with the sales, and you know, with the growth of this Switch, you know, it's gonna be at 40 million by next year. So there's no.
See, that whole Nintendo fan doesn't buy third party games like that. that's a myth because Super Nintendo wouldn't have existed like if we didn't buy third-party games. A lot of those games are classics that we remember on Super Nintendo were third-party games. And then the fact that we got to the N64, we just didn't have any. You know, we didn't have a whole lot. So how could we buy stuff we ain't got? You know, like you know, and GameCube was the same thing. Well, the thing with the GameCube is that the console just didn't sell well enough. You know, for enough people to buy those third-party games. They still did well because they were still making third-party games for the GameCube. They sold, you know, 500,000, 600,000, 700,000 copies, which was great in those years. So they just didn't get the numbers because they didn't have the install base. So we always would buy. We just need the hardware to justify, you know, the amount of people to buy these games. So the Switch is that again. The Switch is, you know.
No, I ain't gonna lie, man. If
Super Nintendo,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I will put more time to my Switch if we get better online. You know, because the majority of my friends own the Switch, and if we can play Call of Duty on the Switch, I will play it. I'm not a big fan of the Battle Royale. You know.
Oh Lord. Oh.
Like, dude, I'm sick and tired of this Battle Royale games, man. It's too many. We oversaturated with these games, man. And plus, Black Ops 4. If they take the campaign out the game, I'm like, what are they thinking?
To me, that's like you looking down, you looking backwards.
Yes.
Come up with something else that rivals Battle Royale. Like, you're the big boy out there. Why are you doing what everybody else is doing? You should be showing people, you know, what they should be doing next.
I don't understand.
It's just strange to me.
It was the Black Ops 1 and 2 campaign that basically made Black Ops one of the best franchises ever. Like, not too many people was talking about the online, the multiplayer. The campaign was so good.
Yeah, I like the campaign.
Black Ops 3 campaign was trash. Black Ops 4, they taking it out, rumored, allegedly. But if that is true, then I don't know what else to say, man. Like, maybe they think single-player gaming is dying, in which Nintendo and Sony says hi, Bethesda says hi, Ubisoft says hi, Rockstar says hi. So where is this myth that single player games is dying? And look, like Red Dead Redemption got so much hype that Activision pushed Call of Duty a month earlier because they know everybody wants to buy Red Dead Redemption 2, and that's a single player game.
Right.
So where is this myth coming from, man? Let's just be real. It's all about that microtransaction, baby. That's what they want us to do. It's all about that microtransactions, man. You know how many stories?
Because they want to believe it.
Yeah, you know how many stories that we had? That kids spending thousands of dollars at their parents' credit card? That's what they want. That's what they want, man. But that's why.
They want that. They want that cell phone set up on a console. That's what they want.
That's what they want, man. Because it was a lot of issues with that, with Candy Crush, you know, these other games that people spending thousands of dollars on microtransactions. It's free to play for a reason. It's free to play for a reason, man. Same with Fortnite. Right. It's the reason why it's free to play, man. It's a reason. They falling for it. That's all it is. They're falling for it.
There's money to be made. Like, I just heard about Nintendo's what's the Fire Emblem was it Fire Emblem Heroes on no, what is it on the cell phone? I can't remember the name of it.
Oh,
Heroes, right?
It might be Heroes. Maybe.
Yeah. They made $300 million with that free-to-play game.
Are you serious?
$300 million with a game you don't even have to pay for.
Damn.
So there's a lot of money out there.
Jesus Christ, man. I see why Epic Games left Microsoft. I see why they left. They stopped making Gears of War. They make Fortnite is the talk of the town. It's so popular they pushed away PUBG. It is that
game was dead 7 months ago. Dead in the water. And they added Battle Royale. That thing is the hottest game out there now.
No, everybody's copying Battle Royale now. Yeah. Matter of fact, the game won't even finish. People paid all that money for a freaking beta. Like, oh my God, these people. They paid money for a beta and plus paid more money for microtransactions. Oh, like
they pay to be a beta tester, man.
That's the gaming industry that we are in today, man. We got a lot of idiots out there, man. And it's the sad part. These gaming companies are capitalizing off these people's stupidity, and it's just crazy.
I can't talk to them because I'm talking to that's old ways. You know, I'm a dinosaur, so I can't talk.
So see,
hear from me.
See, this is why I respect Sony Nintendo, because they stay true to their IPs. They stay true to God of War. God of War wasn't going nowhere. I'm not sure what they're gonna do with the Uncharted series, but if they continue the series with Chloe and Nadine, I would love that, because I felt that Lost Legacy was better than the.
Yeah, I'm ashamed of myself because I still haven't bought that yet. I feel ashamed.
Uncharted 4, like.
I got Uncharted 4. I haven't got Lost Legacy yet.
I liked Uncharted 4, but the thing I disliked about it, it's like you're watching a damn movie. Like, I love the gameplay, but it's too many cinematic scenes. I felt that the game didn't really get good to, like, I think either the 6th or the 7th chapter.
Yeah, those first 3 chapters was like, I'm just...
It was...
bullshit.
Yeah, a lot of bullshit. And of course, okay, maybe they did that because they allegedly is supposed to be the last Uncharted game.
Right.
But
there was a lot of story in the game. There was a lot of story in it.
So maybe that's why it was like that. Overall, I liked the game. Yeah. But the ending was kind of lackluster. I felt that.
The ending, man, like that wasn't enough for me. But
if you did not play Lost Legacy, you will not get disappointed, man. Lost Legacy is instant fun. Instant action.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that this weekend.
Instant action, man. If they do continue the series, I really hope they continue with Chloe and Nadine. Only thing I don't like, I won't say I don't like about it. Only thing I don't like about the situation is the fact that when it comes to female protagonists,
right.
For some reason, a lot of gamers just discriminate towards female protagonists. Why? Yeah. Why?
I hear dudes all the time like I can't play as a girl.
Yeah, didn't
like what?
I'm not sure, but didn't Solid Rev say the same thing about that? I think he did.
Did he?
I think he did. Like, are you serious? That is crazy, dude.
I don't get it. Like Lara Croft changed that for me.
Yeah, like
1990 was it 95?
Yeah.
When I played the first Tomb Raider, I was like, I don't give a damn. It's a good game.
If Tomb Raider was a man, then of course it'll outsell Uncharted, but it's just not.
Probably. I've said that before. I feel like I'm a huge Uncharted fan, and to me, Tomb Raider games are gameplay wise are better.
Yes, it is more.
The gameplay is much better than Uncharted.
You can't even craft in Uncharted like you do in Tomb Raider. There's no open. It's more open world in Tomb Raider than Uncharted. Yeah. Like, there's more things. You can carry more weapons in Tomb Raider than Uncharted. You climb mountains and stuff in Tomb Raider like Uncharted. But they copied that from Tomb Raider based on an older, the PS1 series.
Yeah.
So, I just don't understand, man. Just a lot of sexist out
Story-wise, Uncharted got you a lot. Like,
yes.
Tomb Raider can't touch Uncharted's story. But game-wise, gameplay-wise...
It's all about gameplay.
Yeah, Uncharted, there's no competition there, so... I feel like it's because it's a female protagonist.
That's what it is. And I saw that trailer, the new Tomb Raider game. Was it Shadow of the Tomb Raider? I'm hyped for. Don't get me wrong. I'm very, very hyped for the game, but Crystal Dynamics is not developing the game.
That worries me. That
worries me. That worries me, man. Like, I heard they will be working with them, but they not really doing.
I feel like we're gonna end up with a Batman, Arkham. What is it? Arkham Legends.
Arkham Knight.
No, the third one. It was Arkham City. It was Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and then Arkham Origins. That's it. Origins. I feel like we're gonna end up with a. Arkham Origins kind of game. It was good, but it was still a little off. You know, like.
Wow, that's crazy, dude. I don't know why these people
discriminate. Because Eidos is the one that drove Tomb Raider into the grave. I don't trust
I think it's was it Montreal Eidos
Montreal, I think.
Montreal.
Yeah.
Because I think they the one that did Tomb Raider Underworld, I think.
They did Underworld, they did all the PS2 ones, and they weren't good.
Yeah, let's be real. Like it was really the PS1, not Uncharted, Tomb Raider that was really good around that time. It's just during the PS2 days. The quality was not like the PS1, and that's when Uncharted came and took over.
Well, the last couple of Uncharted's on PS1 weren't that great either. Like, I think it was Uncharted. That's Uncharted. I meant Tomb Raider. The last couple of Tomb Raiders on PS1 weren't that great. Like. Tomb Raider: The Last Something, I think it was called. That was garbage. So it's not just the PS2 ones. It started late PS1, and it was all idols. Idols ran out of ideas, and that's when Crystal Dynamics took over.
I know Crystal Dynamics. They will be helping idols. They will. So that's the only positive thing about it. But it's their track history, man.
Yeah, the track record is not great.
Dude, I really hope that this game does well. I hope it does better than Rise of the Tomb Raider. Don't get me wrong, Rise of the Tomb Raider was great. I love Rise of the Tomb Raider. I think Rise of the Tomb Raider was better than Uncharted 4, but of course it doesn't get as much praise.
I do too.
It doesn't get as much praise on Uncharted 4 because A, it's a female protagonist, and B, it doesn't have a better story than Uncharted. So
right.
It is what it is, man. I really hope that this game be really good. I'm rooting for it because I'm going to buy. I want them to continue the Tomb Raider series. Ever since they rebooted the series, it's been awesome, man. I love the reboot of this series, man.
They've both been great, both of those games.
They talking about they copy elements from Uncharted. Well, they copy from Tomb Raider. But
Uncharted copied Tomb Raider first.
I don't understand what they're talking about, man. But then again, everybody copies each other, man. Everybody copies each other. Who did Nintendo copy off of with Zelda? There's a lot of games that was very inspired from this Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, there was Atari games like Adventure and whatnot.
Yeah, everybody copies from each other.
Yeah. Nas said, one of my favorite MC, Nas said, no ideas original.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know ideas original.
Everything comes from something.
Yep, that is true. Okay, before we close, what was we talked about the Switch ports. We didn't really talk about that much. That's fine. 2018. Sega.
Sega.
I can tell I'm about to be some.
You can't get out of here without Sega.
Of course, there'll be some people laughing in the chat. I can tell some Sega stuff. Okay. There's one positive about Sega. Yakuza. If you hadn't tried Yakuza, that is a awesome series, dude. I'm not sure if you ever tried the Yakuza games. But Yakuza is an awesome series. That is one thing I can give credit to Sega because they make an awesome Yakuza game. It's basically modern day Shenmue. That's basically what it is. Modern day, rated mature Shenmue.
That's what I hear. I haven't gotten into the series yet. But that's what I hear.
I'm like one more chapter from the end of the game. The reason why I put it down because of God of War. But I will be as soon as I finish God of War, I'm jumping right back on Yakuza 0. Then after Yakuza 0, I do have Kiwami. I believe that's the second Yakuza game. And, of course, Yakuza 6 just came out. I don't know why they released that the same week God of War. That was stupid on Sega's part. But Sega came out in the tweet the other day, and they basically said that if the demand is there for them to bring Yakuza 3, 4, and 5, they will bring it all on the PlayStation. So basically, we'll get the whole entire Yakuza collection on the PlayStation. Depends on the demand. I really hope it's true, and I want this series to prolong. It's a good game. People should try this game out. If you love a really great story-based beat 'em up game, it has a lot of silly side missions, very silly. Off the wall. You wouldn't think that a Yakuza gangster would be in some of those situations. Very silly. But, like,
But there's silly stuff in Shenmue as far as some of the side stuff you do. So I'm sure it's probably on that kind of level. Right?
Yeah, that's why it says a modern day Shenmue. But when you get back to the story, it is a great story. Kind of wish they had English in it, but it's Japanese. It's English. So,
subtitled.
Yeah, but I'm used to. I watch anime, so it's nothing new to me.
Right.
So I love it. If you get past the subtitles. But yeah, that's one thing Sega is great. They are great at making beat 'em up games. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who's better than Sega when it comes to beat 'em up games. That's why you see Streets of Rage in my background.
Right.
So
I was speaking of Shenmue. Like, do you really want that kind of voice acting in Yakuza? I don't think so.
I don't know, man. I just
have you seen any sailors? I'm looking for sailors.
Sailors. Oh my gosh, man. I don't know, man. You should try Yakuza. You know, you'll
Yeah, it's on my to-do list. It's definitely on my to-do list.
Especially if you're a Sega guy, you have to try it, man. Speaking of Sega, did you watch that little show they had was it 2-3 weeks ago when they unveiled the Shenmue collection and the mini Mega Drive? Oh boy, that's another discussion. At games, y'all favorite console makers. Okay, they basically they came on Twitter, I think the same day Sega revealed it, and they basically saying that the mini Mega Drive is going to be powered by the new improved technology at games. And people they crowned that Twitter feed, was just basically talking shit. They was so mad. What do you mean new technology? Y'all always give us trash. Like, what the hell you talking about? It was a lot of people so angry. People making YouTube videos about it. Like, people is angry. Like, come on, Sega. This is your 30th anniversary. And you give those idiots the green light to make your mini console? Come on. Don't go
cheap.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm going to get it regardless because I'm a collector. And that mini Mega Drive looks very awesome, man. I want that to collect. But come on, Sega, man. Like, come on. You used to be a console maker. You can still make those. What's stopping Sega from doing this? Are they really that broke?
They don't want to put the funds in the hardware business right now. So.
Look at Nintendo. They sold over 5 million Super Nintendo classics.
Yeah, Sega could do the same thing. They totally could do the same thing.
Because of the nostalgia factor that's going on in the industry right now. I don't see what they scared of.
Why not make it and take that money for yourself? Like, instead of having to siphon off a percentage to games of all of all companies. Why not Retron? Why not hire those guys? Yes. Those guys know how to make a quality console. Why are you going to games?
I don't know, man. Look, my Sega flashback that I have, I don't know if you can see in the background. Like, I tried it out. I played it. I don't have no issues with it, but a lot of people had faulty ones. And that's what I don't understand. When ActivesiNGaming sent out those reviews.
But the audio quality isn't that great either, from what I've heard.
I don't have an issue. Like, if you had the other ActivesiNGaming console, that little square mini Sega Genesis console, now that one was fucking trash.
Maybe that's the one I'm thinking about. Okay.
That one was freaking trash. But the audio, maybe it was some faulty ones, but the one that I had,
I think it's the audio emulation, not the actual sound of the audio, but I think the emulation was funny on that one. Okay. From what I heard, I don't know firsthand. So
I don't know. Maybe I didn't see it, but when I was playing it, I didn't really see no difference between me playing Shinobi or Streets of Rage from a regular Genesis or a Retron than the flashback. But like I say, ActivesiNGaming, they sent a lot of faulty copies during the summertime, and that's when everybody chewed their ass out, and they apologized and all that. And I think some people still got some faulty ones. So they got a track history for doing some shady things with the mini Genesis consoles, and for Sega to celebrate the 30th anniversary with ActivesiNGaming with a bad history, like that's just mind-boggling. Like, it's just crazy. Even though they do shitty quality, they still sell a shitload of those mini drives, Sega Genesis in Brazil. You know that, right?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah,
that's crazy. It's so crazy. The Sega Master System is still selling because of that high tax price out there in Brazil. It's crazy to live in Brazil, dude, because their taxes is so high. I heard a PS4 cost you down to $2,000. Yeah, that's why a lot of people are buying really old consoles because they can't they can't afford it. It's just crazy that a lot of these people is trapped in that government. And it's a poor town, it's a poor city. It's like it's just no hope in that area. It's crazy, dude. I feel sorry for those people. I don't know, man. Like,
their government officials are corrupt as hell.
It is, man.
They line in their pocket while the people are starving. It's crazy. Man.
It is crazy. Okay, that was another thing that happened at that Sega event. The Sega Ages for the Switch. What do you think about that?
it's something. Like it's cool. Like I would have liked to see more. I would have liked to see, I don't know, Shenmue HD 1 and 2. That would have been cool. I feel like it's gonna come. They just weren't ready with the Switch version anyway. But yeah, Sega Ages is cool. Like I have Sega Ages for Saturn, and it's just it's like a collection of classic games. And I think they did that on 3DS. They had the Sega Ages kind of classic games rolling out on that, and they would basically revamp some of the old games. It was almost like a remaster version of the older games. So that's always cool. And that's why we ain't getting no virtual console, folks.
Yeah, there's a reason why we ain't getting virtual console.
Yeah, because these companies are making way too much money selling their retro games.
It ain't just retro. It ain't just retro games. It's the indie games too, because the indie games are inspired by retro. For example, Blossom. Was it Blossom?
Blossom Tales.
Blossom Tales. Like that's basically freaking Zelda game with a girl. That's basically what it is, man. No, that game is
I said that a long time ago. It's like I didn't care about Virtual Console on Switch because the indie games that have come out were phenomenal, and I was worried that if you drop a bunch of classic games on retro games onto the Switch, it was going to hurt those indie sales. And I said that months ago. I felt like that was going to be an issue, and I was worried about that happening. Some people were like, "Oh, free market and competition's good." Like you can't compete with Super Mario World. I don't give a damn how good your game is. If I have a choice between Super Mario World and Celeste, I'm probably gonna pick Super Mario World because I know what I'm getting. So that's not true competition. So that's not worried. Yeah,
I heard Celeste is very good.
I heard Celeste is awesome. That's all I hear. That game is also in my to-do list. I have it on my wish list. So.
I got a lot of to-do lists on my Switch, man. Like my wife has been hogging it. I was supposed to buy another Switch a couple months ago till my transmission went out. So that was $1,600 down the drain. So yeah, that kind of hurted me in the transmission for my damn car. But yeah, like whenever I get me another Switch, I'm gonna get back on my Switch hardcore because I still got games I need to finish. From the indies. I was supposed to be finishing Bayonetta 2. I bought that. I really ain't got. I just purchased Xenoblade Chronicles 2 last week. I still hadn't touched it yet because of God of War, man. God of War, man. The game is good, man. Y'all, if you didn't play it, play the game. The game is awesome. Of course, we already know Sony always make really great story-based games, but the gameplay is so good, dude. It's good. Reminds me of Thor with that axe, man. It's freaking awesome, dude.
My apprehension, awesome. I mentioned this in the Juice Loose podcast, my apprehension to God of War is that I always end up buying God of War games, and I never finish them. Because, first of all, Kratos is not, for me, this is my my taste. Kratos is not a compelling character to me, and he never been. And I bought the first one, because I like the whole, Greek mythology and all that stuff, and I was like, "This is gonna be an awesome game." I liked it for a little while, and I ended up beating it. It took me forever because I just didn't play it as much. But I always end up buying. I bought the collection on PS3, the God of War collection, and I play it for a little while, and I never get to it. And the thing is, this game is different from the old God of War.
It's a reboot, dude. It is a reboot.
Right, and the thing is, though, is it looks. Initially anyway, it looked too much like Last of Us, which is a game I was hyped up. Everybody said, "Oh, Last of Us is great. You got to play." Blah blah. It wasn't for me. I played it for a little. I bought it for a PS4, the remaster. Played it. I put probably 6 hours in it, and I just got bored. So it's like, okay, I don't care for Kratos as a character, and you kind of give me Last of Us gameplay. Like this game is screaming not for me. But knowing me, eventually I'm going to buy it.
Yeah.
And I'll make my decision how I like it then.
I feel that even though Kratos might not be an appealing character, but his son is very appealing. And you will see exactly what I'm talking about whenever you play it. Like it's a lot going on with this game. I ain't trying to spoil anything, especially if y'all didn't play it yet. It just the missions, the side missions, it is so good. I'm not really I like power. I like graphics. Like, if you want the full experience of this game, dude, I popped that bad boy on my 4K HDR TV. Jesus Christ, dude. That is a beautiful freaking game, dude.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful game. And not only it just looks good, the story is great. The game, they slowed down the gameplay. It's not as hack and slash like the other God of Wars. You know how they they basically compare it to like a Bayonetta or a Devil May Cry. They slowed it down. They slowed it down a bit. You know, like it's like they completely they started with this game. It's kind of like how they did with Tomb Raider when they rebooted the series. It's a lot different from the previous. That's all I'm gonna say. It's great, dude. You should try it, man. You should try it. But yeah, okay. We was talking about Sega Ages. You said that basically that's probably the reason why we not getting virtual console, and that's your answer, people. That is your answer. Like, come on, man. Like, if they put virtual consoles, if Nintendo put virtual console on the Switch, they basically just going to piss off a lot of indie developers. They're gonna piss off a lot of people, and that's why they can't put it on there. Do I think they're gonna put it on there? I don't know, man. But to be honest, I think it'd be a smart thing if they just leave it the way it is. How many times if you wanna play virtual console, go get your Wii U, go get your Wii. Like you have to, like, why do you want to keep rebuying the game?
Yeah, I don't want to rebuy it. That's another thing. I don't feel like rebuying that shit. I was like, I already bought it twice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you had the Wii U, you rebought it for like a cheaper price, so they won't charge you full price again. But how many times you gonna rebuy it? Yeah. Like, I have old games. I collect. I don't need it no more.
That's another thing. We both are retro gamers. We have all those old games on the consoles that they came from. So it's just like, you know, it's a convenience thing. I get it. Like, having all those games on your Switch conveniently. But it's like, it's my Switch. I'd rather be playing new stuff.
That's what I'm talking about.
I just don't care enough, you know? So
yeah, that's why I think, you know, in closing with this E3, Pokemon will be revealed, and we have to get release date Pokemon this year. Smash Brothers is not the game that's going to sell 20 million consoles. It's not going to happen. It has to be Pokemon or at least Animal Crossing. Something very, very big has to happen, and I expect it from Nintendo because Smash Brothers, that's the only big game that we know of that's coming out for Nintendo this year. If they have all those big games from the first year and then reach 20 million, the only Pokemon is your answer for 20 million to sell this year, man. That's all I gotta say about that. You have any closing thoughts about this before we get to the questions?
No, not really. I'm looking forward to E3. I'm starting to get hyped, like I said, because of what's you know, Nintendo's projections and the fact that we don't have any of those games that we think is going to push those projections. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's going to be interesting. And Microsoft got to bring it, man. They got to bring it.
Jack Gates said Pokemon or Animal Crossing. How about both?
I think both.
How about both? Because people been crying about Animal Crossing just as much as Pokemon. I'm not an Animal Crossing guy, but I know the market out there.
I love Animal Crossing, so
I know people love Animal Crossing. It's not my cup of tea, but hey, if it sells a lot of consoles and all those sales transition to a lot of third-party support, hey, I'm all good for that. I'm good. You know,
yeah, that's how you got to look at it. Even if it's not for you, those games aren't for you. At least it'll push the console sales, and you'll get more stuff.
Yeah, get more games, more support, more indie support, more third parties. Like I don't advocate for less.
It's a win-win.
Yeah,
and maybe you'll try it, and you might end up liking it. So,
I'm saying. You know. GU King of Heart, he said, "Do you think Microsoft would be the laughing stock at E3?"
Stop hating on Microsoft, man. I feel sorry for Microsoft fans. I know how that feels. So I know. So been there.
So you was a ex-Sega refugee that fell on the Xbox, and you're an Xbox refugee now.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what happened. Like, and Microsoft was born, and they were born with Sega games. So I kind of moved on to them for that fix. It didn't last a whole long time. It was maybe 3 years of great, you know, pretty good Sega content on the Xbox. And I just kind of stayed, you know. I just kind of hung out and saw the other stuff that they brought. I became a Halo fan and all that kind of stuff. So.
Oh, man, Halo was awesome back then. Dude, when I was in high school and Halo came out, like the way people talk about Call of Duty now, man, Halo was the shit.
Halo was that game. Yeah.
Man, talking about every weekend I'm on somebody's house playing, or they over my house. We having a Halo tournament. We getting
Yeah.
3 TVs, all those goddamn wires, all those
Three
wires,
TVs, 3 Xboxes together. Yeah.
all them wires hanging everywhere. Mom coming on. What the hell is this?
It looked like you on the Nebuchadnezzar from what's the movie? The Matrix. Like you on that ship,
man,
with all the wires everywhere.
Man, that was a struggle back then, boy. But that shit was fun though, man. Especially when Halo 2 came out. Now that was the shit.
Oh yeah, Halo 2 was great.
I think Halo 2 was the best.
Okay. I agree. It's easily the best one. The multiplayer was disgusting.
Okay, what about how about Star Fox game that is done right? I never played Zero because that shit was trash. I'm sorry.
Ah, man.
I'm not going to play a game that's going to hold my hand. And plus, a slow-paced game. That's supposed to be a fast-paced game, not a slow-paced game, man. I'm sorry.
My only problem with Star Fox Zero is that it's just too much Star Fox 64 in it. You know? If there was no Star Fox 64, Star Fox Zero would be my favorite Star Fox game, but it just relies so heavily on Star Fox 64. It didn't feel new enough. You know, I understand people didn't like the controls. I get that. You know, I'm not gonna say you got to get good or whatever. If you didn't like the control, you ain't like the damn controls. Fine, but I liked them, and I just felt like the game didn't do enough new. Because I made a video beforehand on what I wanted from Star Fox, the next one, and it checked none of those boxes. So, you know, hopefully they get it right next time. Well, I would definitely. Star Fox is one of my favorite series that only has like 2 good games.
Well, you know, Miyamoto, he don't need to be touching it. Then I'm sorry, Miyamoto. He's old. He's washed up. I'm sorry. He used to be great, dude. I'm a huge Miyamoto fan, but we have to agree on this, man. Like, he put his hands on some of these games, kind of remind you of 10 or 15 years ago. It's like
here's the thing about Star Fox, though. Like, I'm going to talk about this in another video myself. Star Fox was hindered by the budget. I don't think he got the budget and the time he needed to make the Star Fox game. And I think that had a lot to do, again, with the Wii U and its performance. Yeah, I think we could have got a proper Star Fox on a good selling Nintendo console. But because we couldn't, they didn't have the funds to make the proper Star Fox game they needed to make. I think Miyamoto could have still done it. Maybe like on the Switch, you would have got the motion controls, but you also got traditional controls. They wouldn't have basically forced it, you know?
Yes, that was the main problem.
That's another thing. So I totally understand that. But I don't want to blame Miyamoto yet. I don't think he had the budget. Like, I want to see him on the Switch. And if he makes a dud, then I would agree with you on the Switch. So
he's to be honest, I think his last good game was he involved with 3D World? I don't think he was.
Yeah, he was involved with 3D World. Yeah.
Okay. I know he wasn't involved with Odyssey. He wasn't. I know that for a fact.
Odyssey. I don't know what it's.
Nah, it was a group of younger guys.
No, it was a group of new guys who were developing it. I'm sure he had input on stuff. Like, that's what he mostly does now. He he'll give you an idea here and there. Like, that's what his role is now. His role isn't to like design the game or direct it, but he is a genius. He has really good ideas here now.
I ain't trying to take them as legacy. That dude is basically considered the god of video games.
I'm not sure he could make a game today. I mean, Pikmin. Like, there's no game like Pikmin.
It's a smaller game, so he can do that.
Right. Like, if he does something like that, I think that's where he's best suited these days.
I just want to know what's going on with that Pikmin 4. Like, how long has that game been finished? We've been doing this for how long?
Here's the thing, though. There was not a lot of clarification on Pikmin 4. They could have been talking about that damn Pikmin game for 3DS as being Pikmin 4.
But that can't be Pikmin 4.
That's what I said.
They can't, man.
He wouldn't call that. But did they ever call it Pikmin 4? Did they actually say Pikmin 4 or the next Pikmin game?
What was it? Hey Pikmin. That was the name of it. It was Hey Pikmin. That's the name of it. That's a spin-off game. It's a spin-off. It's a 2D side-scroller.
Yeah, but I'm saying, though, they never really clarified on whether or not the next Pikmin game, or was it Pikmin 4? I don't think they ever said Pikmin 4. I got to go back and look at the receipts because I don't remember.
Check those receipts.
What was said. I got to check the receipts because.
Oh my god!
I hope not.
Don't get me started on receipts because Alex, they get so mad. when I say check those receipts, they say you're a bot for life. You're a bot for life, real. Alex,
Oh, you say that? You say that too?
You're a bot for life. I'll be like, Alex, I didn't touch my Xbox in months. Check those receipts. Check those receipts. I've been on PlayStation, man. They don't have nothing else to say. Check those receipts. People get all mad. Real show love receipts. It ain't just I love receipts. I just tell you, check my receipts. Shit.
Oh, man.
We got any more questions, people, before you get up out of here? Any more questions?
What do you think is forgiven?
Do you think Switch is becoming a shump? Since was it Ikaruga? Who was it? Ikaruga, yeah,
the shoot 'em up from GameCube.
I hadn't played that before. I don't know what that is.
Oh, you haven't played? You don't know what it is? It's a Japanese space shooter, shoot 'em up.
Oh, really?
The top-down shooter. Yeah.
Well, during the GameCube days, I didn't have with GameCube. I had the Dreamcast and the Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was still drinking that Sega Kool-Aid.
Well, GameCube was not. I've said it plenty of times. GameCube was not my favorite Nintendo console. It had some great games on it, here and there, but it wasn't. It wasn't what I was expecting coming off N64. Like I was expecting.
Even though a lot of people consider the N64 probably one of Nintendo's best consoles, but I don't think anything can never top the Super Nintendo. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's so hard to top that generation.
Super Nintendo was like almost impossible to top.
That's so impossible, dude. Like that gaming generation, with that the Genesis, I don't know who can top that, man.
Yeah, that was just a great generation overall. That's unbeatable. I think you had Sega at the top of the game, Nintendo at the top of the game. You had all these people coming in, but though Sega and Nintendo are true gaming companies.
They didn't really have no competition. The only competition I could think of was TurboGrafx.
There was people punching at hitting the door, kicking the door, trying to get in.
Like
Atari and TurboGrafx and.
No, the Jaguar was a complete flop.
Yeah, it sucks because it was I thought it wasn't well designed, but it could have been a good console.
I think the TurboGrafx it sold all right. I think
TurboGrafx did okay. It did a lot better in Europe.
The deal with that is that one controller port. Like, why did they do that?
That was weird. Yeah, that was a weird decision.
Why did they do that? That was so dumb.
Yeah.
You had to buy an adapter for
PC Engine. I think it was called PC Engine.
Oh, the PC Engine.
Europe. And it was pretty popular over there. So, but yeah, there were some contenders trying to come in, but it was just too hard at that time.
That was basically the only competitor, but they basically blew them out the water.
Yeah.
So that's so basically TurboGrafx 16 was basically I will say the GameCube. I won't say GameCube.
I'm forgetting one.
No, it was a GameCube. Yeah, that's
Neo Geo. I forgot Neo Geo.
Well, we already know that thing was expensive.
That was way too expensive to do anything.
Because those actual arcade games that you buy.
My uncle had one, but he was a pharmacist, so he could afford it.
Oh, yeah.
It was a street pharmacist.
a street pharmacist, huh?
He could afford one. He was the only one I knew had one.
Oh, my gosh. Shit, try to afford a freaking Neo Geo game right now. Go to a freaking retro store right now.
Oh, yeah.
And try not only buy the console, buy the damn game.
But the games are $400, $500, $600, $700.
Oh my god!
Just for the game, one game. So
that is crazy. That's what I'm saying. Those games are still at the damn retro. So ain't nobody gonna buy that. Come on, dude.
No.
Come on.
It's crazy. Right. Yeah, you had to get that a long time ago to be able to afford that stuff, or you just got income like that you can throw away.
You got any more questions, people? He said, "Why are the wrong people running Sega into the ground?" I mean, who here wouldn't want Streets of Rage Online or Phantasy Star Localization, Phantasy Star Online 2? I don't know what the hell Sega is up to.
Sega's just too damn hard headed.
Yes.
I think it's Sega Japan. They're just hard headed, man. They just they're hard headed. Like they had opportunities and they just like. Sega America had some really good ideas that Sega Japan just shot down, and it killed them. It hurt them.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Like they got so many of them IPs hostage right now. That is crazy, dude. It's hostage. Whew. So there was a rumor about Sega. That's another thing. Sega and Microsoft had a meeting not too long ago, and some people talking about Microsoft allegedly might buy Sega. I doubt it. But
Yeah.
if that is true, then I don't know what's Microsoft. Even though they got the money,
What they buying?
what
What they gonna do once they buy it?
What they gonna
Rare
do?
ain't do a damn
They
thing.
ain't do nothing with Rare. Like what they gonna do? They ain't gonna do nothing. Well, all those damn IPs that's hostage right now. Don't expect no Streets of Rage, no Shinobi. Don't expect no Panzer Dragoon. Don't expect none of that shit. Don't expect Phantasy Star. Shit. I don't even know what else, man.
Phantasy Star would do so well right now. It just doesn't make any sense.
But it's an RPG. That's really a Japanese RPG, to be honest.
Yeah.
That don't do well on Xbox. But
no, not on Xbox. Oh, I just meant like in the market.
But then again, that might help sell Xboxes in Japan. You never know.
It might. You might see, them go from selling 10 to 20.
That's,
might
it's also crazy. Like
get a 10 console bump that week. You never know.
See, Xbox that doesn't make sense. Xbox is an American console, but people prefer Japanese consoles. But in Japan, they don't support American stuff. It's all about Japanese. They support Nintendo. They support Sony. They don't care about other products. They support their own. That's
because you gotta put a product in their market that caters to them. You can't just plop down an American console in Japan and expect it to sell.
Even though when they did have some Japanese RPGs on the 360, it didn't do all that well.
They were okay. The games themselves were, they weren't like, it wasn't like,
well, they never got
core Japanese. Well, they were new. Some were new IP, so it's hard sometimes to.
I don't know, mate. They never got Kingdom Hearts. I don't think. No, 360 never.
No, I never got
like
Kingdom Hearts. No Final Fantasy. So
it's crazy, dude.
That's the kind of stuff they need. They need to start off with that, and then you can ingratiate that new fan base with those newer IP. You can't just plop down. Okay, we're gonna do JRPGs. Here's a new JRPG IP. Here's a new. No, you gotta cultivate that audience first, and then give them that stuff.
Shadow Boxing said Retro Studios is rumored to show their work at E3. What do you think about that?
Man, they better show stuff. I'm about tired of Retro Studios.
Dude, how long have we been working about this? They're hiring in Austin, Texas. They're hiring. How many years? I've been saying this since the beginning of the Wii U generation. They're hiring. Like, dude, they've been hiring since 2013.
It's very un-Nintendo-like, too. Nintendo, they were known to just, like, drop studios and contacts with companies for taking too long making stuff. This has to be backed by Nintendo as well, this whole situation with the Retro. So that's a good sign, at least. Because back in the day when Retro wasn't doing what Nintendo liked, Nintendo went in and canceled all of their games and said, you guys can only make Metroid. Work on Metroid and get that right.
Oh, wow.
Because they were working on a football game for GameCube. They were working on a game, Car Combat, that was like Twisted Metal. And they were working on Raven Blade all at once with Metroid. And they were taking way too long. And Nintendo said, all right, we're cutting up all them other games, get Metroid right. And that's when they became the Metroid studio.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy. I really, man, Metroid is so damn good to be getting the sales that they're getting, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just one of those games, series out there that just that hasn't historically translated. You have a game here and there that does well. Obviously, Metroid Prime did well.
Yeah, Metroid Prime did well, but
Super Metroid did pretty awesome. But outside of them two, not huge sales. No, it just doesn't match up with how good the games are.
Yeah, I don't even know what's the sales on the Return of Samus because they don't really talk about it no more. I don't think it did that well.
Return of Samus. What was that? The
3DS.
The 3. Yeah. I don't think it did that well. I think it was a timing thing that hurt that game, also.
Yeah, all these Nintendo fans that's been crying about Metro Prime Federation Force, they better.
Right.
Like,
where y'all at?
Where they at? I bought it. Like, where you at? I don't understand. Like, man, with Metro Prime, Metro Prime is probably the most popular series since they've sold the most. Metro Prime 4 better sell. I'm sorry. It better sell. Otherwise, I honestly think Nintendo is going to pull that franchise away. That's probably why Retro Studios is working on a new IP because they just don't really see the sales that they want. And
it's not like it's a game that's cheap to make.
It's not.
It's one thing. It's a kind of expensive game to make, and it doesn't sell well. Nintendo will pull games that were cheap to make that don't sell well.
And remember,
so they definitely
remember Metro Prime around the time during the GameCube was basically a showcase game because the graphics on that game wowed a lot of people.
60 frames per second, beautiful graphics.
Yes.
That's right, 60 frames per second in 2002, people.
I don't know what else to say, man. That's probably why they don't really care about the franchise. Like, it's not a top tier. The quality of it is top tier, but the sales is not top tier.
Well, I mean, they also got to do something to expand the audience too. They have to add in multiplayer stuff like that.
Yeah, that's one thing Nintendo needs. They need to get off their high horse and freaking fall in line like Xbox.
I think they understand that now. I think they understand. I'd be surprised if Metroid doesn't have multiplayer.
They got this new guy in charge, the younger president, and since he's younger, he better know the market. He should know the market. Like, come on, man. I think they say he's like 46.
Well, he spent 2 years apparently mapping out Nintendo's future.
I really hope so, man. And
we'll see what happens.
I guess we will see what happens. I guess I don't see any more questions, so I think we probably close on that, man. Because a lot of people, they done left and went to Alex Dem stream, so motherfuckers. I guess. Any closing thoughts, anything?
No, it was great to catch up with you and talk games because I love video games, as you do. So, yeah, thanks for having me on again. It's cool.
Okay, yeah, I really appreciate you came, and hopefully there'll be some more Sega stuff to talk about, man. Man, I really hope I really hope Sega does something this E3. I'm sorry, man. I'm really pulling for them, and Microsoft. I'm pulling for them, man. I really like that meeting they had a few weeks ago. I really hope they do something. Maybe Vanquish too, please. Vanquish. That game was
like
so
I like Phil
good.
Spencer. Like I like Phil Spencer, and I'm pulling for him. Like I hope he gets it where it needs to be as far as the Xbox brand. So we'll see. Hopefully this year. This needs to be the year.
It has to be the year. I'm really pulling for him. I really hope so. I'm tired of making these videos. I'm acting like Zaire here, man. This dude he is an Xbox refugee camp right now.
He's in exile. He
is so mad. We're talking about therapy sessions every day. Okay.
He be trolling.
Oh my God. Oh boy. It is crazy over there, man. I be going over there I be laughing he just going at it over there, man.
It's funny, man. It is funny.
So if you want to get your laugh on, if you had a bad day, go to Zaire's channel, man. He will turn that frown upside down, man. It is so funny over there.
If you weren't around during the Wii U times on YouTube and you want to see what it's like, how the fan base was at war with each other, go watch what's going on over there, because I swear it was a mirror image of a couple of years ago on Wii U. So.
Okay.
It's hilarious.
Okay. Hopefully we do another RGNT show pretty soon, whenever we have time. That's the thing. It's time. We're fighting against time, man.
We're both dads and husbands, and we work a lot. So
yeah. So Alex didn't stop crying. Tell me, Real, you took her time. That's supposed to be our show. Oh God dang it! You always on my show. But yeah, I guess before we get up out here, y'all make sure to check out Team Red Gaming, because they're doing the podcast right now. That's probably why my view dropped, because some people went over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hit them up too.
So Team Red Gaming at Nia's channel, the Video Game Her. That's the name of her channel, the Video Game Her. So check them out and see what they talk about. They talk about all things Nintendo. So I'm about to check them out, and I'm about to troll them. Y'all make sure y'all go to that channel and check out their podcast. And I guess, don't forget tomorrow, Real Talk with the Real Podcast is still ongoing. I know last week everybody was busy. Tomorrow we should have a show. So I guess after that, it's gonna get our outros out the way. And I guess go ahead, Mr. T.
Play Nintendo, fools. I don't really have anything else to say than that. It's a good time to be a game fan. So I'm looking forward to what's coming.
Okay, cool. Appreciate you coming, man. Like I said, it's your boy Rick Game 27. Appreciate y'all guys from checking us out. And I will see y'all on the next ride. Peace out.